From calling Adam Driver too ugly to play Reed Richards, to gender-bending a fan-favorite character that exploded the internet, here's how fans have reacted to the Fantastic Four casting rumors. I want to start with how everyone's dragging Adam Driver through the mud first. Ever since the Fantastic Four logo first popped up for the movie's announcement, the question of who's going to play Mr. Fantastic has been one fans have been begging to have answered for years now. Of course, fans are always going to have issues with casting choices, because you can't keep everyone happy, after all. But there's a little more than the expected backlash over the current casting rumor, which revolves around Adam Driver playing the iconic Reed Richards. You might be wondering what issues someone could have with an actor that good, and a glance at Twitter shows you one of the biggest ones. People just don't think he's good-looking enough. That's right, guys. Marvel fans have been straight up calling Driver too ugly to play the ionic stretchy scientist. And of course, that wasn't the only issue. A lot of fans have been praising his acting skills, but they also think the role doesn't fit him as well as some of the other roles might. A bunch of people have started fan casting him as Dr. Doom, Reed Richards' sworn enemy. But not everyone's super against the guy. Some think that he could be an amazing Mr. Fantastic. Like with every other superhero debate, there's two sides to the Mr. Fantastic debate. One that thinks Driver would be horrible, and one that believes he's a dream casting. Fans pointed out just how talented the man is at the art of acting, and specifically how he's already taken roles similar to Reed. For example, Driver starred in The House of Gucci, where he played a character who starts off as a meek nerd and inevitably becomes confident and capable. Does that sound like a certain head of a family of four you might know? Of course it does. Besides his acting chops, fans also pointed out how unfair a lot of the criticism toward the actor is. There's been posts saying that Miles Teller was a better Reed, and fans of Driver flocked to Twitter to put down that particular piece of revisionist history, and claimed that people just wanted to hate whatever new option popped up. Regardless of who it could have been, the thing is, Driver might just be the perfect fit. From big blockbusters to tiny, artistic indie films, the man has shown time and time again that he can play some of the hardest roles known to man. He's already shown he can be a great Reed through his performance as Kylo Ren in Star Wars, where he plays a brooding anti-hero who borders on that gray area between good and evil. But given that Richards is meant to be a pretty morally ambiguous dude, one whose actions are often questioned by his family and the superhero world at large, I'm sure that Driver would be very comfortable in giving the role the kind of nuance it deserves. He's also shown he fits great into nerdy roles. His time in Saturday Night Live is proof that he can. To top it all off, he's no stranger to family dramas either. After all, who can forget his heart-wrenching performance in Marriage Story? All in all, the guy is an almost perfect fit for the role. But there's always alternatives, since the casting rumors for Mr. Fantastic are pretty much endless. For one thing, there are still fans who want to see John Krasinski in the role. The Office actor played the role of Marvel's first family man back in the multiverse of madness. Sure, his performance might not have been as impressive, but others still very much want to see him in the role. Here, I'm gonna have to give a shout out to Penn Badgley too. That's right, we might just see the U-Star make his Marvel movie debut. The actor himself has been pretty coy regarding any casting confirmations, neither confirming nor denying anything, but making it clear that he wouldn't be completely averse to the idea. After all, it would be difficult for any actor to say no to the idea of playing one of the most iconic superheroes of all time, and that fat Marvel paycheck certainly wouldn't hurt either. We clearly have a ton of Reeds to sift through, but the casting for Sue Storm might end up being just as controversial. It looks like the role might go to Margot Robbie, and not many fans are happy about that. If you've been on the internet at any point since 2020, you'll know that Margot Robbie might be one of Hollywood's most prized celebrities, dropping into iconic roles left, right, and center due to her acting skills and charm. The latest rumor is that the Barbie actress might be the casting pick for Marvel's First Lady. Unfortunately, that particular rumor hasn't gone down well with fans. You see, Margot already plays Harley Quinn, who is arguably one of DC's most visible movie characters right now. And this isn't out of any saltiness, no. The truth is a lot of people don't want to see her leave her role as Harley. She's been one of the few breakout hits of the DC film universe lineup. And not only that, but at this point, The actress is known for two high-profile roles, Harley and Barbie. Putting her in a third genre leading position might end up stretching her too thin as an actress. Fans think she should focus on building up the roles she already has instead, because losing her as Harley would be a pretty big blow. Despite that, some fans are willing to make that compromise. With a big group of online supporters fighting away the haters, they think she would be absolutely perfect for the role, both because of her looks and her incredible acting talent. Plus, Sue Storm might also be the role she needs to make herself an all-rounder of an actress. Sure, she's been in some decent movies, but Babylon, Bombshell, and Amsterdam all ended up being box office flops, ones which are now tied to her forever. If Barbie also ends up performing worse than expected, it could be a huge blow to her legacy as an actress. If she were to accept Marvel's offer, it might just be the shot in the arm that she needs in order to keep on guaranteeing big movie roles by showing producers that she's still very much a marketable actress. But you know who else might benefit from a role in this movie? Paul Mescal. Mescal as the Human Torch might be a match made in heaven. Sometimes fans want casting rumors to be true so badly that they're willing to completely ignore reality in order to believe in them. Enter Paul Mescal, an actor who recently began to garner mainstream Hollywood appeal through shows such as Normal People, which you've probably seen a million clips of if you've spent any time on social media in 2023. The guy has charisma in spades, and fans have been begging to see him as Johnny Storm ever since the idea of the casting began to float on the internet. There's just a tiny problem here that might disappoint some fans, which is the fact that Mescal reportedly turned down the role, saying there's a couple scheduling conflicts with other projects he's involved in. That hasn't stopped fans from holding on to hope to see him as the Human Torch, and I've got to admit, he would be pretty perfect for the role. On the flip side, fans are enraged at things casting rumors. Gender bending a beloved character is always going to have risks, since it's a surefire way to make a lot of hardcore comic fans mad and invite a ludicrous amount of online hate. Unfortunately, the Fantastic Four might already be suffering from that kind of backlash, with fans outraged at recent rumors that the Thing might end up being played by a woman for this iteration of Marvel's first family. In fact, we might be seeing Mila Kunis in the role, who was previously rumored as a potential Susan Storm. The internet outrage to the idea has been immediate and loud, with fans on the internet accusing Marvel of pandering to woke crowds and being unfaithful to already existing stories. Some fans have gone so far as to say they're worried that the movie will be as disrespectful to the mythos as the previous terrible adaptation of the Fantastic Four was. Of course, there are also numerous people coming out in support of the potential casting, especially since Kunis is a Jewish woman, and Ben Grimm is one of the most prominent Jewish Marvel characters. But maybe Marvel should take such a huge risk with the franchise that could possibly save its butt after Endgame, don't you think? There you have it, folks. From gender bending a fan-favorite character, to calling Adam Driver too ugly to play the stretchy scientist. These were all the ways fans reacted to the Fantastic Four casting rumors.